Big deep breath in, and you're just going to blow like blowing up a balloon, and I'll tell you when to stop. Go ahead and blow. Keep blowing, a little harder, a little harder, a little harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Almost there. Okay. Got to blow just a little bit harder, okay? It tells me just there wasn't enough flow. So a little bit harder. Can you do that? Okay. Big deep breath in and blow. You're not blowing at all.
I'm not. Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
You had it capped at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hang on. We got to reset it. It only gives me 2 chances and then it has to reset. All right. Big deep breath in. Wrap your lips around it and blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Almost there. Good. Okay. And how many drinks did you have?
Just 1. 2.
Okay. 2?
1 or 2, yeah.
Okay.
Around 10 o'clock.
Were they short or tall?
Short, yeah.
Okay. What time did you get off work?
10:30.
Okay. And you're over 21, so it's the legal limit. Do you know the legal limit?
I believe it is 1 drink of 1 shot, 1 beer, 1 wine.
Okay.
About an
So the
hour.
legal limit is 0.08.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're at a 0.143. Hello, Deputy Miller Sheriff's Office. The reason we're chatting is your high beams are on.
Yes, I do have a headlight out, so I was
Okay.
driving the high beams on because
Okay.
I haven't had time to go buy them and replace them at the moment.
Okay. So it's better to drive around with one light out
Okay, I wasn't.
than high beams on,
got
because your lights are twice as bright and they tip up and they blind everybody driving at you.
Yes. Okay.
Do you have your driver's license and vehicle registration? Where are we coming from tonight?
I just finished work about a little bit ago.
Where at?
Black Cypress.
Okay.
I wasn't sure, honestly, if it was better to drive with high beams or with.
I mean, honestly, it's better to get it fixed, and I get it takes some time sometimes.
it
I get
had
that.
just
But
run out.
low beam is way better if you're in town.
I apologize. Okay, here we go. And I do have, I believe, my tabs, which are running out in February. And
Okay.
I'm going to get those renewed as well.
Okay. Anything to drink tonight at the end of work?
Yeah, about 2 hours ago, around 11 p.m., just 1 drink.
What'd you have?
I had 1 cider.
Okay. And just one?
Yeah, just 1.
Okay. Hang tight for me. Okay, so here's my question to you. Would you mind doing some voluntary field sobriety to make sure you're safe to drive? Admitted to some drinking. I can smell it from the car. I just want to make sure you're safe to drive.
Yeah.
Are you good with that?
Yes.
Hop on out for me. I'm just going to turn. We'll just start right here.
Yeah.
That way that light behind you, you're fine right there. You're fine right there. That way that light's not in your eyes, okay? For this, I'm going to have you stand with your feet together, hands at your side. Again, these are all voluntary. Have you had any car accidents or head trauma in the last 24 hours? Wear contact lenses or glasses?
I wear glasses, but they are low prescription, so
Okay.
they're not required for driving.
Okay. All right. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your eyes, okay? Can you see the tip of that pen right there?
Yes.
I want you to follow it with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Keep your head right here and follow with just your eyes. All right, for this next one, we're going to go up. Same thing, okay? All right. So this next one, we're going to imagine there's a straight line out in front of you. Your left foot's on that line now. I want you to place your right foot in front, touching heel to toe, with your hands at your side, and remain in this position. I'm going to explain and demonstrate, but I want you to remain in that position. Do you understand? Okay, so we're going to imagine a straight line out in front of you. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9. When you get to that 9th step, take your back foot out, take a series of small steps around your lead foot, and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back. 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9. I took 3 steps. How many steps are you going to take?
9.
Okay. During this one, I want you to look down at your toes, count each step out loud, keep your arms at your side, and once you begin the test, don't stop until you're completed. Do you understand those instructions?
Yes.
Okay. You may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. We're going to turn back towards me again. This next one's called a one-leg stand. So I'm going to have you go back to the first position I told you, feet together, hands at your side.
Hands at the side?
Yep, while I explain and demonstrate the next one, okay? So for this one, I want you to raise your foot of your choice 6 inches off the ground. You can use your left one or your right one, okay? I don't want you to begin until I tell you to, okay? You're going to lift your foot 6 inches, approximately 6 inches off the ground. Keep your foot level with the ground. Look at your toe and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. I want you to keep your arms at your side. Look down at your toe, counting out loud as I instructed. Keep your other leg straight, and don't stop until I tell you to. Do you understand those instructions?
Yes.
Okay, give me just a second here. Which foot are you going to raise?
My left foot.
Okay, you may begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1016, 1017, 1018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022.
You can stop. So this last one, it's like blowing up a big balloon. It's called the preliminary breath test. It's not in lieu of the evidentiary breath test. It can't be used in court. Try not to drop your stuff there. I apologize. Big deep breath in, and you're just going to blow like blowing up a balloon, and I'll tell you when to stop. Go ahead and blow. Keep blowing, a little harder, a little harder, a little harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Almost there. Okay. Got to blow just a little bit harder, okay? It tells me just there wasn't enough flow. So a little bit harder. Can you do that? Okay. Big deep breath in, and blow. You're not blowing at all.
I'm not. Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
You had it capped at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hang on. We got to reset it. It only gives me 2 chances, and then it has to reset. So that's why I say the big deep breath in, because if you draw in air on this, it knows, but then it also can tell if you're blowing into it, okay? Math sometimes. Change out tube. All right. Maybe. Now it's being mean. All right. Big deep breath in. Wrap your lips around it and blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Almost there. Good. Okay. And how many drinks did you have?
Just one.
Okay. 2?
1 or 2, yeah.
Okay.
Around 10 o'clock.
Were they short or tall?
Short, yeah.
Okay. What time did you get off work?
10:30.
Okay. And you're over 21, so it's the legal limit. Do you know the legal limit?
I believe it is 1 drink of 1 shot, 1 beer, 1 wine.
Okay.
About an
So the
hour.
legal limit is 0.08.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're
0.08.
at a 0.143. Okay, so you're over the legal limit. So right now you are under arrest for DUI. I will explain every step of the process to you as we go here, okay? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read you your rights, and I'm going to get you in a warm car, okay? I apologize. I dropped your stuff right beside you there. Let's walk over here to the passenger side of my car. We're going to stop right here at this tire and just turn towards my car. There you go. Alright, so first things first, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney during questioning, and if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you prior to questioning if you so desire. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not make any statements or answer any questions. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, do you have anything on you? Any weapons or anything in your pockets?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to use the back of my hand and check real quick, okay? Nothing in your pocket there. I'm just going to do the same thing over here, back of the hand. Feels like you got something in your pocket.
I have my maybe my
Hair clip.
hair clip.
Hair clip. Okay. All right, let's get you into the warm car here. Come on back and we'll have a seat right here. Couldn't have a seat there. So, a couple questions. What can I park your car in the playfield parking lot here and lock it and secure it?
Yes.
Do you need anything out of your car, such as a purse or a phone, a wallet, anything like that?
I have my idea. I think that's all I need as
Okay.
far as I know. Yes.
Okay. Okay, give me just a second and I'll get it taken care of for you, okay? Yeah, 143. I'm just going to pull it up and park it. Yeah. Okay, Sydney, so I grabbed your little clutch off the seat. I have your ID. Do you have a phone you want to take with you?
Yes, it's on the front right-hand passenger seat.
Front passenger seat. Okay, I just didn't see it. So I'm going to pull back up there and I'm just going to walk up there and double check real quick, okay? I'm going to put these in the front seat. That your phone?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll put it up front. Would you like a seatbelt? We're going to go over to Colfax. I know it's not the most comfortable to sit on your hands, so that's why I'm asking.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Just so you're aware, I am recording as well. I think I told you, but I'm not sure. Come on in. We're going to go test. Yeah, we're testing. And then we're going to walk through that door right there. There's going to be a blue chair off to your left. That's where you're going to go have a seat. Well, it was there. Hang on, let me move it.
Just for you out there.
No worries. Go ahead and have a seat right there for me, Sydney. I need this. These are all your property, so I'm going to set them up on the counter for right now. There's those. Okay. now comes the paperwork side. I've got some stuff to read to you, so give me just a second to get everything pulled up here. Okay, so now that we're inside the jail, I have to read you your constitutional rights again, okay? I know I read them out there. Are you one that likes to look at it as I read it? Or, okay. So, right here it says, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You are not a juvenile, so number 4 does not apply to you. 5, you have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. 6, you have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. 7, if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. 8, you can exercise these rights at any time. 9, do you understand these rights? Okay. This next line says, I have read or have had read to me the above explanation of my constitutional rights, and I understand these rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Where it says subject signature, that would be your signature, but because you're in handcuffs, I'm going to put handcuffed on there right now. If at the end of this process you want to go back and sign it, we'll do that at the end, okay? This next line says, pull it up just a little bit. I understand my constitutional rights. I have decided not to exercise these rights at this time. Any statements made by me are made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promise of any kind. Is that true? Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, it says subject signature. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, this next section is what's called implied consent. There's about a whole page of stuff here I'm going to read to you, okay? So it says, warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661502 or RCW 4661504, driving or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Further, you are now being asked to submit to a test of your breath, which consists of 2 separate samples of your breath taken independently to determine alcohol concentration. 1, you are now advised that you have the right to refuse this breath test, and that if you refuse, A, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year. And B, your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial. 2, you are further advised that if you submit to this breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 or over, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a motor vehicle under the influence, or B, under age 21, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a motor vehicle under the influence. 3. If your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for an ignition interlock driver's license. 4. You have the right to additional tests administered by any qualified person of your own choosing.
You have new mail.
For those not driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, your driver's license is suspended. If your driver's license is suspended or revoked, your commercial driver's license, if any, will be disqualified. For those driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, which was not you, if you either A, refuse this test, or B, submit to this test, the test indicates the alcohol concentration of 0.04 or more, you will be disqualified by the Department of Licensing from driving a commercial motor vehicle. So this first one here says, I have read or have had read to me the above statements. Is that true?
Yes.
Says signature from you again. I'm going to do the same thing. Will you now submit to a breath test?
Can I clarify just what you said?
So
Okay.
I cannot answer a legal question, but I can refer back to this document and let you look over it again,
Yeah.
or
That's okay.
reread it if you want to.
I just want to clarify, so if I refuse, then my driver's license is suspended for over a year, correct?
So number one, and number 1A, you now have the right to refuse this test, and that if you do, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked, revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year.
And then if
And your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial.
all right, and then if I do submit, okay, right, yeah, okay.
Any other questions there? Anything I need to reread again?
No.
Okay. So with that, will you now submit to the breath test? Okay. Did you have any confusion regarding the implied consent? Okay. So before we can do the breath test, we have to look in your mouth and make sure nothing's in your mouth. So if you could open your mouth, do you have anything in your mouth? Okay. If you could just open your mouth for me, tongue up, there we go. Perfect, okay. So the big thing now is the reason you're still in handcuffs is you can't touch your mouth or wipe your mouth for 15 minutes. We have to keep your mouth free, okay? That way it gives the best possible sample. So that's why you're still in handcuffs. Once we get the breath test portion done, I will take you out of handcuffs. Do you have any questions about that? Okay. So this next portion is what's called the interview portion. There's lots of questions here. You can answer some of them, all of them, none of them. It's your choice. I am going to read exactly what they say. Some of them seem pretty silly, but I'll go through this page. If you don't want to answer any, just let me know. Do you have any physical impairments? Do you limp?
No,
Are you sick or injured?
No.
Are you under the care of a doctor or dentist?
Yes.
Are you diabetic or epileptic?
No.
Do you take insulin?
No.
Have you taken any medicines or drugs in the past 24 hours?
Yes.
Prescriptions?
Yes.
What kind of, what is the prescription? Okay. Any cocaine?
No.
Marijuana?
No.
Any other drugs?
No.
Do you have impaired vision?
Yes, but not to the extent of having to wear glasses for driving.
Okay, that's the next question. Do you wear corrective lenses?
Yes.
You do. Okay.
Just glasses, correct.
Okay. Were you wearing them when you were stopped?
No.
Where do you work?
Black Cypress.
Is it CYPRUS?
CYPRE. I believe it's ESS. I'd have to double check.
I've heard it's really good. I've just never been there. Did you work today?
Yes.
What time did you get off work?
Around 10:30.
PM?
Yes.
How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
8.
Were you driving the vehicle today?
Yes.
Is there anything mechanically wrong with the vehicle?
Just a headlight out.
Have you been injured or involved in any collisions in the past 24 hours? Have you had any alcohol? Just, the stuff right there, the tan phone, that's hers. Okay. I just trying to make sure it didn't get mixed up.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. I apologize. Have you had any alcohol to drink since being stopped?
No.
Sorry about that.
Where were you going before being stopped?
Home.
Without looking, what time do you think it currently is?
I'd say around 3:10, 3:15.
The actual time is 0301.
Okay.
Do you know what street you were on?
I was on, not the exact street, around Merman Drive. But I was pulled over.
That's where we were.
Yeah.
Do you know what direction of travel you were going?
Direction.
Like northeast,
Yeah,
southwest?
Say northwest, around there.
Where did you start from?
I started from around Black Cypress. Main Street, Pullman.
What time did you start driving?
Around 1:50, or closer to actually time, I'd say like 2:20.
AM?
Yes.
Do you know what day of the week it is?
It is at the moment Saturday.
Do you know what city and county you're in now?
Colfax, Washington. Oh, which would be Whitman County.
What is the date today?
It will be 1/28/2023.
Have you been drinking alcoholic beverages?
Yes, yesterday.
So how do I get
What have you been drinking?
I had 2 ciders.
off the card onto the account?
How much? Just you said 2. Sorry.
Not yet.
When did you start drinking?
Around 10:45.
p.m.?
Yes.
Who have you been drinking with?
A coworker.
Where were you drinking?
At the location of my work, just the bar above Etsy.
Time of your last drink?
I'd say around
Got it. So I don't do
1
anything
o'clock,
after.
1:15.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
I know I keep asking, but a.m.?
Yes.
Do you believe your ability to drive was affected by your alcohol and or drug usage?
I do not know.
Have you ever been arrested for DUI before? So that's the end of that, and we still have about 9 minutes till we can do this portion of it. So there's some other stuff I've got to go through and fill out on here, so we're just going to kind of hang tight for a few. But I will ask you, I noticed you have the address on here. What is your local Pullman address?
Is it in the jacket?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I go in there? Banks don't usually wait like their customers trying $500 at 3 in the morning, so this is definitely a common thing. Cheers.
Did Apple Pay work?
No.
I was told not to, so we did. Apparently, we not set up for it at all. So
You are set up for it.
it looks like it, but
Did you wait it over?
I know I didn't even try it. I don't want to crash everything at 3 in the morning.
I don't know.
See this halfway right there?
I know. I think the problem is once it goes, I have probably getting it back to her. We can take the money. There would be trouble getting it back to her.
No, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's
That's wrong.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not charging $500. They're just charging you so you can go to court. If you go to court and everything, you get it back.
Yeah. I don't
You don't get the $2. You don't get the $2.50.
That's fine. Let's go.
Okay, we're down to
I already did
5 minutes.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
I'm gonna get the customizing done. Anyways, we'll wait for that.
She does custom shoes.
Ooh.
And what kind of food? What would you describe your food as?
Fusion, anything.
Fusion anything.
Yeah,
Korean
fusion
corn
is-
dog? I've never had a Korean corn dog. It sounds
I feel like you like
lovely.
things.
I like corn dogs.
We don't.
Okay. Good night to all.
See ya.
Every night.
Yep.
Your copies. I don't think you got a copy of this one. This one's important.
Is your primary language English?
Did she get the original or the copy receipt? Pretty sure you get the original. Let's go copy first.
This is one copy.
This one?
No, that one.
That one.
This.
That's for like,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll copy whatever.
yeah, and that's already in I-2. She gets the signed receipt. This one back in the receipt. This one's yours. Yeah, I was about to say that. So these two are the important ones. That's how you're gonna get your money back. And this one is your court information. Yeah, it's in there.
Just about there. So I got to put my information in, your information in, and then what it does is it does a self-check to make sure it's all working right. And then we'll do a breath test. And then it recalibrates itself, clears it all out, and then we'll do another breath test. After that second one is when I'll take you out of the handcuffs. Have you, since we've been sitting here and I checked your mouth, have you smoked, vomited, or put anything in your mouth? This one.
Yeah, all that is.
This one now.
Just make sure everything is your suit. Make sure everything went through okay.
Do they have to come inside to get me, or?
They can't, or you can go out there.
Okay, I'll walk there.
Did they, you know where they park exactly?
No, but they have a location, so they should be really close by.
Okay. They can either park in the parking lot that way or that way. When I walk out, I'll show you how to get to each of those.
Okay.
When they made these new driver's licenses, this portion right here scans in our little machine like my card does, but then they went and put this little tiny barcode up there so we can't scan them anymore, because when you put it in the machine, it scans this one before it gets that one. So now we get to enter everything manually. Real kind of them. We're done with that for you. Okay, so one of these is going to go in the machine, and the other one you're going to wrap your lips around. Same thing like we did with the PBT. Big deep breath in. This one wants a longer breath than we did out there, okay? So, big deep breath in, and we'll blow until it tells me to stop, okay? You can stand or sit, whichever you prefer. Or you go out that way. Big deep breath. And blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. A little harder. There we go. Keep blowing, keep blowing. We're about a quarter of the way there. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Good. I know it's really long sometimes. We'll let that one do its thing. Than I did. It's not there. How long have you been working at Black Cypress?
Since May.
Do you like it? How is it there?
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Good. My brother used to work there back in the day. He went to school for culinary arts, and he was one of the line chefs in there for a little while. It's been quite a few years ago, but it was kind of when they were newer, I think. But he's since moved on and doing other things. He's over in Montana now, but even when he was there, I never did go over there. I've always heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's really starting to pick up over there.
Good, good. And you said Etsy is part of that? It's the same, or is it just above?
It's above, but it's kind of partnered with
Okay.
Black Cypress.
Okay. Are you a student? Going to school for what?
Microbiology.
Okay. How much longer you got?
2 semesters. So. Same thing. Deep breath in and blow. Doing good. Almost there. Good.
don't stand up, we'll get you out of them handcuffs. See there, it'll do its calibration thing one more time, and then it's going to print out the results over here. And I will show them to you as they print out here. That's his printer. I can't type tonight. So it looks at your breath two different ways. It's called a IR and an EC. Two different sets of results here. So your first sample was a 0.119 and your second sample was a 0.114. So you're still over that legal limit of 0.08, okay? So one of these copies is going to be for you. All right, one more piece of thing over here. So this here, if you remember the license suspension portion that you had asked a question about. So you are over the legal limit. So this is a form of how to request for a DUI hearing. It explains the steps and processes for contacting Department of Licensing. So I'm going to give you this copy form as well, okay? At the very top of this one here, it has one more thing, and it's to reference this. What it says is, notice of rights to hearing. I have been given a written notice of my right to a hearing, including the steps required to obtain a hearing, and understand the notice of suspension, revocation, or denial of license will be mailed to the address of record on file with the Department of Licensing. What I'm looking for is a signature right there, and all it is stating that you received a copy of this form. You can sign it or you don't have to. It's up to you.
Do you know what the date is?
Today's date is 1/28/27.
Yeah, I just want to
Yep.
make sure you wanted it on there.
So the next process from here is I have to go upstairs. You will get booked into jail for DUI tonight. Okay, so I've got to go upstairs and do some paperwork real quick. It'll take me it should be less than 2 hours. Okay. remember how I brought your wallet? This is your first offense for DUI, so you have the ability to bail out of jail. That's why I wanted to bring your wallet in case you had needed to, or your phone, so you can make phone calls to do so, okay? So, for the time being, we'll move over to him. I'm going to go up and do some paperwork. He'll probably put you in a holding cell, and then when I get paperwork turned into him, he'll go through the booking process with you and explain all of that. Do you have any questions for me? Okay.
I'm excited to talk to Hill and Control.
Shh, can I call him upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll call him upstairs. For the time being, I'm going to give these to him. These are all your copies still. It'll go with your property.
What shoe size are you?
A 9.5.
Your last name is Thrall, right?
Yes.
Do you need anything else from me, sir?
That's it.
Okay. I'm going to sneak out and go up and get quickly done some paperwork.
Are you going to email it or?
Yeah, I'll email it to you.